Alright, so I thought I'd make a video here showing off my new Xbox One X. I've already got another video comparing it to the PS4 Pro. It should be going up slightly before this one. So I just thought I'd get my thoughts, and first of all, I thought I'd put a game running. So I got Halo 5. My other video I've used for. I wanted to show how gorgeous this game looks on a the Echo 55-inch 4K HDR TV. Not the highest end HDR TV in the world, but it works. It's not as good as a good Samsung or something, or a good Sony even. But I just wanted to show, look how crisp and clear this looks. I assume this is running in 4K, I don't know. That's one problem with the Xbox, you don't know what it's doing. I mean, like, you put the new games on and you don't really, a lot of times to me it's a little confusing, and like, is this running with the enhancements, the patches? Some of them you got to read up how to, I don't know how to say it, but this certainly looks like 4K, because look how sharp, look at the freaking textures on this gun. I mean, look at the clarity. Look at the textures on that gun, It's unreal. It's so sharp. Look at that. This is a last gen game, so not last gen, but not one of the most impressive games of the gen. So just imagine once Xbox One X actually starts stretching its legs, what it's going to be able to do. All this is cleaning up a game that didn't look that great in the beginning. Okay. Moving on to the system here. Here it is. I have a lot of dirt. I have an external 1 terabyte Seagate hybrid drive. It's kind of like part SSD, part mechanical hard drive, so it supposedly loads faster. I'm not sure. Here's the actual Xbox One X sitting next to my brother's borrowed PS4 Pro. You can see how much smaller it is. And let me tell you, another thing I just noticed, this is like way louder. That's what's stupid, because I'm in kind of a hot room right now. I turned up my heat pretty good. I generally like it pretty warm. It's kind of a paradox. When I'm sleeping, I like it icy cold. Like I've got my thermostat at 68, but when I'm up, I like it really warm, like typically 76 to 78 degrees in my house. So anyway, it's a little chilly here where I live, so I've got the heat on, and I turned it on a little too high. It's pretty toasty in here, is my point. But and this thing's running, and you can't even hear it. I mean, you can hear my voice in the same speaker, and you can't even hear it. I mean, it's running a game, so it's not like it's not doing anything. I don't think I've heard it since I bought it, Seriously, it's that nice as far as quietness. At least this model. I know it's kind of a year mileage may vary thing on noise levels. Like I said, look at it compared to the PS4 Pro, and you see it's just so much smaller, nicer. And I was just playing, when I was playing a Horizon Zero Dawn on the Pro, I heard a fan, and at first I thought it was my Xbox One X, and I thought, oh, I guess when it gets stressed, the Xbox One X does get loud. Then I realized, no, that's the PS4 Pro. So yeah, PS4 Pro gets way louder too, trust me. At least in my case, I don't know what else to say. Here's the box and the packaging. Now, very nice packaging, very Apple-like, if you ask me, and Apple's kind of the gold standard. Very simple packaging. You just get your box, your Xbox comes in here, your wires and stuff come in here, and controller, and that's it, And you get some Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold codes, I guess. I haven't used them yet because I've already got Xbox Live Gold. I think it's only a 14-day pass to Game Pass, so I probably won't even bother. And the bigger issue is game downloads themselves are huge. So if I use my Game Pass, I'll have to download each of those games at 50 to 60 gigabytes a piece. Now let's talk about that. This is, oh shoot, I sat on the controller. Great idea. Yeah, let's talk about some caveats and so forth on this system. One of the biggest things to be shocked at is how huge the games are. Let me go ahead and shoot the screen while I'm blabbering. So at least that's something sort of interesting to watch, I suppose. Oh, great. I don't know how to exactly do this. The perils of... Okay. That should be working. Yeah. Let me pick up my controller. Anyways, oh yeah, the games are huge. And here's my thing. I had an Xbox One originally, and it was a 500 gigabyte, the Villa Xbox One. Not the S model. And about 6 months ago, whenever I got this TV, I decided, well, I got this new 4K TV. Xbox One X wasn't out yet, so I want something 4K for it. So I thought, well, I'll sell my Xbox One, and I found a really good deal, and I'll get an Xbox One S. You know, and it won't cost me that much in the transition. Like, I don't know, I probably paid, I don't remember. But it didn't cost me that much to upgrade from the Xbox One X to the Xbox One S. I got the white Xbox One S, 500 gigabyte. Oh yeah, so in that transition, I lost all my games, so to speak, I believe. And I did not necessarily reinstall them all. You know, like, the main games I have are like Halo 5, Halo Master Chief Collection. Those are huge games. I got Quantum Break, which I believe I have digitally. I have the Destinies 1 and 2. You know, I have a few games, but I guess the main ones I wanted to check out were obviously Halo 5. This one. Look how good that looks. I just can't get over it. Unbelievable. Anyways, so Halo 5, yeah, and I wanted to, so some of those they weren't installed anymore, I guess, because then I got a 1 terabyte external hard drive. I talked about that earlier. And I put that on my original Xbox One, I guess, but I didn't transfer the games to it or something. I tried as best I could. So basically, when I moved to the S, I guess I lost all my installs. I hadn't bothered to put them back, really. So then I get this thing. So I'm switching consoles again. So long story short, I didn't have any. I wanted it to be set up like where all my games were installed on my external, and so I didn't have to download a shitload of stuff. Well, apparently I didn't do that correctly, or I wasn't paying attention, because they weren't. And when I got this Xbox One X, I had to install from scratch Halo 5 Guardians, Quantum Break, Gears of War 4. I think Gears of War 4 was the one that was pretty much installed, actually. I'll give it that one. I must have had that one already installed on my external, and it was ready to go. But pretty much everything else, so far I haven't tried Master Chief Collection yet, but I believe I'm going to have to install the whole thing. Probably another huge download. Because here's the thing, a lot of these not only have, I have discs on some of them, like Halo 5. I have the disc on this one. You put the disc in, okay, it says like installing 41.7 gigabytes from disk or something. And then it has to go install a 65 gigabyte download. I don't know if that's all Xbox One X stuff, or if you have to do that on Xbox One S2 now, I don't remember. So it's not that fast to load from the Blu-ray anyway, if you remember. I mean, I remember if you just put a disc in and you've got you've got 40 gigabytes to install. It doesn't install that fast. You know, it takes it probably an hour or two, if I remember, just to install from Blu-ray. You know, because the disc doesn't load that fast. So like you buy a brand new disc in, let's say it's all on the disc, and you take it home, you stick it in, and it loads up that 40 gigabytes that's on the disc. It still takes an hour or two, if I remember. You know, you can't play right away like you'd want to, or like you used to be able to. So, then you have that on Halo 5, and it also then has to go, I think it does it concurrently, kind of, like it loads from the disc and downloads at the same time, but it's still like not as fast as it could be. But yeah, it'll download it from, and so it had to download, it had to install 40 gigabytes from disk and download 65 gigabytes. You're looking at hours right there on my connection. I have a 50 megabyte down connection, 50 megabit, whatever they did. You know, not a horrible connection, not great by any means in this day and age, but it usually gets me by fine. I've resisted upgrading. But the other problem is I have a 250 gigabyte data cap a month. Now most of the time I don't care. Because most of the time I don't use it. Even though I'm on the internet a ton, I just don't use it. I'm not watching a ton of video or whatever. The only thing it really uses is these huge game downloads. So, but yeah, and it works out, and they charge me now $10 per 50 gigabytes I go over. Well, it's gonna hit me this month, I think. They gave me a couple of freebies, but I think I already exhausted those as well. You know, like a couple times you can go over and they don't charge. And then like the third time they do. I think this is the third time for me. So I think I'm fixing to get charged for the first time. So that's kind of annoying. Like it's costing me money to download all this shit. $10. I think I've gone over twice already, more than 50. Like I went over. I checked my data usage today, and it's at 327 gigabytes for the month. Cap's 250, and every time when you go over the cap, they give you another 50 gigabytes for $10. So that would be up to 300. I exhausted that. I'm at 327. So now I'm sitting at going over again. So I'm guessing my bill's gonna be $20 over so far, or maybe 30. You know, I'm gonna be looking at a $90 internet bill this month. Ridiculous. Now I can upgrade for a little bit more a month, you know, blah blah blah, but I've just resisted just because the principle that, because most months though I get by fine. You know, it's only these where like I'm switching a console, it's only where I have to download like more than one game, which hardly ever happens, you know. So it hasn't bit me yet, but I guess it's going to this month. But so yeah, that's the thing. One thing you gotta keep in mind here is that these games are huge. You know, I think a good baseline is that probably it's looking like about 100 gigabytes per game. You know, it's a 1 terabyte. I think Microsoft screwed up. Or they really should put like a 4 terabyte hard drive in there, because it's not really much more expensive if you know how these things work. You might think, oh, 4 terabyte, they can't afford that. No, a 4 terabyte hard drive is probably like $10 more than a 1 terabyte hard drive. You know, Microsoft could eat that cost on a $4.99 console. Well, for whatever reason, they did, and you know, it would have been awesome just because you know, oh my gosh, this system's so powerful, and it has a 4 terabyte hard drive. It's a number that people can look at, dumb people, and they may not even know that it doesn't matter that much, but it's a bigger number. You know, oh my gosh, 4 terabytes, that must mean it's better. You know, I don't know why they didn't do that, because you know, the whole image of this console is like this monster console. So go monster everywhere. You know, put a big number on there. But they even 3 gigabytes would have been. Or terabytes would have been better than anything else out there. They have 2 terabyte. I'm pretty sure they have 2 terabyte consoles already, but yeah, they should have gone at least 2 terabytes. I'm not too worried about the storage actually becoming a problem, because I never actually play that many games. You know, it's usually 3 or 4 at most that I would ever think about playing at a time. So, but on my old system, I had the 500 gigabyte internal plus the 1 terabyte external that I have. So I told the 1.5 terabyte, and I didn't even really scratch it. I think I was full up to like 30%, 35%. This one now I've got 1 terabyte internal and 1 terabyte external. So I don't think I should have too many problems. But then again, you're basically doubling your game size versus the regular Xbox One maybe. So I don't know, it's hard to say, but I don't think it'll be a problem, you know. But you are talking about a lot of damn storage space. Keep that in mind. Huge downloads. Like, let's say Halo 5 Guardians. I set that up last night at like, I don't remember when, like 10 or something, and started it. And I got up I slept really late. I got up at like 2:45 this afternoon, and it was just finishing up. It was at like 99%. Now I think that something must have gone wrong. Like maybe my internet crapped out for a few hours overnight or something, a couple hours. I don't know. Or you know, something had to go wrong there. But still, you're talking about. I think it took like 12 hours between the disk load and the 65 gigabyte download. Like I said, 65 gigabyte wouldn't take 12 hours. It would probably, you know, maybe be 4 or 5 if I remember correctly. Yeah, something like that. I think on my connection, I figured out that you can download Destiny 1, which is 68 gigabytes. It took like 3.5 hours. If you figure the max, I'm actually getting 50 megabytes a second. So figure somewhat less than that in reality. So it's like a 3.5 to 4 hour download. That's if it's max on my connection, which also if I do anything else, it cuts the connection, You know, I'll only be like 30 megabits down if I use like my PC in the other room, or you know, anything, or play a game while it's downloading, play a different game on the Xbox while it's downloading. You know, it slashes the hell out of it. So, well, the point is, you're not going to be playing these games anytime soon on these new consoles. Really, it's not just the Xbox One X's fault, but just be prepared for that. Like, play Halo 5 Guardians, you're looking at a couple hours wait if that sucker ain't already installed. You know. But yeah, I like this system. I don't love the dash. It's not 4K, and I don't love the new dash. It's all right. I don't love it. Microsoft, in their infinite wisdom, keeps changing the dash around every 5 minutes, and sometimes I get this feeling with a lot of things, like it's changed for the sake of it. You know, not just Microsoft, but any. I see these websites that change their website every so often, and it's just like, okay, you're just changing shit for the sake of changing shit. How come I do not have a location to go to here, like an arrow? I'm not sure I beat this game, but I don't remember what the heck to do. I know I just came out of this area. So, other thoughts. Okay, well, I thought this was some enemies, but what the frick? I don't know where it came from here. So what are my thoughts on the Xbox One X? At first, I was fairly disappointed. To be 1,000% honest with you, I was disappointed. What the frick? God dang. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was fairly disappointed because I played. First of all, I realized after I uninstalled Destiny 2, there's not that many games I really love on you know, just around nowadays. You know, I'm just losing my zest for gaming to a large extent, and you know, especially with Destiny 2, which I forced myself to quit playing. I play it too much when I allow myself to. It's not that good anyway. But like, then you try to go back to just normal single player games. It's hard, you know. They're boring, really. So so originally, the first day I had the system, I was pretty disappointed. Where do I go here? It's ticking me off. What the fuck? Okay, I came out of here, so can't go back. It must just be over here, but I wish I could hear what she was saying, which I can't. I mean, I could if I turned it up. So yeah, to the point of this video, if there was some grass popping, I saw. I always make the point that no matter how powerful our systems get, we always have popping. Okay, this is ticking me off. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Do you just walk over to this fucking cliff and something happens? I don't know. There's nowhere to go. Why aren't my teammates leading me? Where are we going? This is ticking me off. This seems to be the only path to go anywhere. I gotta solve this little mini mystery before I continue my commenting. Okay, this is back where I was. What in the fuck? Oh my god. I hate stuff like this so much. Okay, my guys are like right here. Jesus. I really don't know what to do. This is insane. My guys are not helping at all. There's no arrow to put. Oh, there is an arrow to tell you where to go in this game. Don't remember. There it is. So it's just saying go here. Okay. No, that's telling them. Okay, here it is. Okay. There's my goal. Just press down to get your goal, and here we go. Okay, it's just this little nook here that I thought was nothing. It's actually something. Oh no, it's just telling. Okay, this is where you want to go. I was here before, but I didn't realize. No, I wasn't. Okay, here it is. Man, that was frustrating for such a stupid little thing. I wanted to get some enemies and get some combat in for the video, but never. Okay, here we go. Guess my team wiped them out. Anyways, back to this console. So I love the console, love how quiet it is, love how sleek it is. Looks fantastic. Games are huge. Oh, at first I was disappointed because I was just like, Halo Gears, I'm kind of over it. I fired up Gears that looked nice, and I was like, yeah, that looks nice, but so, But it's been another day now, and I was honestly kind of down, feeling a lot of buyer's remorse for bought the thing for $500. I got a discount on it, so I got it for $460 after tax. But still, I was honestly feeling buyer's remorse about it. But another day, that was yesterday. Today, I'm liking it a lot more. Picking up these different games. I'm reading about. I saw some comparisons on the internet today where Diablo 3 is running at like a way higher resolution on this than on the PS4 Pro even. So it's nice to own a system again where you have a lot of power, where you're winning all the multi-platform face-offs. And plus it's something that, it'll be the best console for 2 years, for at least 2 years, because the PS5 is not coming for at least 2 years. Not even really in my opinion almost. It's not coming next year, because if it did, we'd already be hearing about next-gen games, in development. So that's out of the question. I know the PS4 fanboys want PS5 to be rushed now because they hate this, knowing that the Xbox One X is superior. But yeah, I saw where I think Digital Foundry or somebody did a video on Diablo 3, and it's running at like it's running at dynamic resolution, but it's running at basically like 4K almost all the time in the Xbox One X. It's running at like half that on the PS4 Pro. I mean, the Xbox One X is not even twice as powerful as the PS4 Pro, so things like that are just nice because there's something about it that's making it kind of punch above its weight. I don't know what. Maybe it's the extra memory bandwidth or something. But it's like not even just beating Pro by the 40% more powerful it's supposed to be. It's beating Pro by like double in some games. So yeah, in hindsight, as the days go by, like yesterday I was honestly thinking about returning it. Today, I'm much more bullish on it. Like now I'm happy I have it and stuff. And most likely I'm going to keep it. It's always a pain in the butt to return something, so most likely I wasn't going to return it anyways. But I will say there's one quality control issue that's really annoying me right now. And that is, the controller that came with it has kind of a loose rumble motor. I hate that. Because I've gotten a lot of them lately. I don't know if a lot of people have this problem with Xbox or what. But it's like when the rumble motor goes off particularly intensely, it's rattling real bad, like almost loose. It makes a loose rattle rather than a tight rumble. Like it only does it on Halo when I reload, because it's like the most intense rumble. And it doesn't do it like if I'm holding the other trigger either, because then that's like more tension on it or something. So it's kind of a little thing, but I'm really running into a lot of these problems with the Xbox One controllers lately. This is like at least the second one I've had that's done this. It's kind of a little thing, but it's annoying me. And I was actually thinking, see, that's the problem. If your controller's bad, what the hell are you going to do about it? Because, I think, well, I could probably send the controller into Microsoft under warranty. Yeah, then what am I going to play with? What am I going to play with, I don't have a third controller, or a second controller even, really. I have my old Xbox One controller, but I'm going to sell my Xbox One, so I'm going to have to sell the controller with it, and nobody's going to want a system without a controller. So I'm not going to and I'm not going to wait too long, because then it could be, who knows when I'll, who knows what kind of, it may be selling for a lot less pretty soon. So yeah, I don't know. It's like it's not a deal breaker. I'll have to keep playing with the controller and see. Probably not a huge issue, but it is kind of bugging me lately. Xbox needs to get that sorted out. The quality control on the console itself seems immaculate. So quiet, so nice. But that controller issue, like I said, this is the second one I think at least I've gotten like this now. It's getting annoying. It's one of those things where as of now I could probably live with it. It's fine. I hope it doesn't get worse, And it's one of those things where most likely what I'll do is I'll end up biting the bullet and just getting another controller, But it kind of pisses me off that I have to do that because that's what they're counting on. Because here's the thing, if you buy a new console and the controller is bad, you can't return just the controller. At least I don't believe so. I believe you have to repackage up the whole system and get a whole new system and waste all your time and stuff. I don't want to do that. I'd probably rather spend $40 to $60 and get a new controller. I saw on Black Friday a lot of controllers are going to be on sale for $40 and whatnot. But then part of me is like, you shouldn't have to do that. Like, I'm really happy about the discount I got this. I got this for almost $90 off. I got it for after taxes $460, which means that's equivalent to if it was priced at $425 before tax. So I got $75 off of the thing. That's really nice. But yet I'm gonna have to give back that discount because I'm gonna have to go buy like a $40 or $60 controller, basically, maybe. Because like I said, there's no good options here. I can't really send it away for service under warranty. First of all, who does that for a controller? But second of all, because I don't have a backup, And then I don't want to rebox up the whole damn freaking system after I finally got all these games downloaded. Granted, they're on my external hard drive, so I won't have to redownload them. But still, it's a pain in the butt to rebox the system. I may do it. Honestly, it's bugging me. I just may well do it. But, yeah, so yeah, a little annoying on the controller. But I can only speak about the controller. The console itself is fabulously constructed. I don't have a whole lot more to say about it. Watch those game sizes. I've gotten a lot more positive on it. Started out the first day kind of being real negative, like, games don't look that much better. This thing was $500. Now on day two, I'm kind of like, hey, this is nice. Look how good these games look. Look at the latest face-offs showing it killing the PS4. Here's another thing that I think I'm going to keep it on. I'm already almost locked up my decision to keep it as far as that goes. But another issue is that I was looking at the Call of Duty World War II face-off today, and the Xbox One is running the thing in some cases as low dynamic resolution as 800 by 900 pixels. Now you calculate that out, and it's like less than 720p. That's just so bad, It's like the Xbox One, the original Xbox One is really struggling right now. I don't think I could go back to it, So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Xbox One so far. Day one, I wasn't thrilled. Day two, as I start to get into it, and I'm pretty happy with it, and read more about it, and see it winning all these face-offs, and look at the power of it, and as far as the build quality and workmanship, as I've been saying, fantastic stuff, So yeah, I guess that's going to be my little video here. I don't want to go too long on these videos. Be nice to keep it at least 20 minutes. This one's at, I think, almost 24 minutes. Oh, holy smokes, it's almost 30 minutes. Yeah, I guess I'll cut it off here, but yeah, liking my Xbox One X quite a bit. I wish it was $100. That's expensive, but I understand that probably would have just been a bridge too far. I wish it was $399. At that price, it would have been an absolute slam dunk. At $499, it gets dicey. But yeah, if you got the money, basically to me, you'll know if you want this. If you got the money and you want the fastest, and you care about that stuff, you'll know. You'll know if this is for you. If that's the case, then get it. And you'll know if it's not for you, because you'll say things like, well, the games look about the same. I don't care. Well, then that's not for you. It's for that guy who wants the bleeding edge. And do love the system. Do love it. forgot what else I wanted to get into about it. Look at Frederick. Shoot. Don't remember what else I wanted to talk about in regards to it. I really don't remember. Yeah, it's nice to be winning all the face-offs again. I wish that they'd had more of a showcase. Now, maybe that showcase is Forza 7, full 4K and all that, but I'm not gonna pay that money to check out Forza 7. I'll probably get the game that seems like to me like it's gonna be the showcase for this is gonna be Battlefront 2. So that's the game I'm looking at buying for it. But again, it comes out in like a week and a half, about a week from tomorrow. The only negative I have on it is I'm just buying it for the campaign, and I know it's tough to spend $60 on a campaign in this day and age. So I don't know. I probably will end up trying to rent it from Redbox or something like that. Renting from Redbox usually ends up not working out well for me because I end up dragging my feet and not playing it for a couple of days, and it's $3 a day, and before you know it, I've already spent like $12–15. And I'm like, well, I did this with Titanfall, and I was like, well, fuck, I spent $12 on this and didn't even really play it because I kept it for like 4 days by accident or something, and didn't even really play it during that time. Not really by accident, it just worked out that way. And then I'm like, the game sells used for probably $20, but I was like, I don't want to spend $20 on it just for the campaign. I'll just Redbox. Well, I spent $12 on Redbox. Like I could. That's a long way to just buying the damn game. That's kind of how it always ends up going with Redbox for me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna Redbox Battlefront 2 if they have it, because I'm just wanting to blast through the campaign. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Xbox One X. I initially didn't love it. Now I do like it. I wish it was 500. Oh, I know what I'm installing about this last 5 minutes and wanted to talk about, which is that I think Microsoft's kind of going the wrong way. Like, basically, if you look at their consoles, starting with the X, with the Xbox One S, they're top notch from a production standpoint, right? And you look at the PS4, somebody's going the other direction. They're ugly, and matte finish is a big differentiator. Whereas the Xbox One usually looks. Oh, let me just check them out here. I'll show you what I mean. What? Yeah, I will show you what I mean. Here's the Xbox One X. Look how beautiful that is. How nice, sleek. Finish is like perfect. Now look at this. It's big, it's ugly, it's matte, it's rough. This is much superior. This is ugly. Big, even though it's less powerful. Small. But I think Sony's smarter about it because they sell this for $3.99, and part of that is the packaging. When you use this cheap matte plastic, when you use big, that means you don't have to have as much cooling. Everything's cheaper, but you've got more space, so you can use like a smaller heat sink and a smaller fan and everything else. And to pack everything, all that power into this, you've got to use a really expensive heat sink, an expensive fan. All that stuff adds up. Just the quality of this outside material. So it's nice to have a nice system like Apple or something, Xbox, but it's not worth the expense, in my opinion. Was it the nice packaging and build quality, the difference between this costing $3.99 and it costing $4.99? Probably not. Almost certainly not. Was it $20? Was it $50? Who knows? But it was something, and I think Microsoft, if it looked ugly and big like this, but it was $3.99 or even $4.49, I think that would have been the correct trade-off. I would rather have, because at the end of the day, ugly and big, yeah, it sucks, but who cares, Yeah, this looks pretty and it's super, super nice, but it's for playing games, who cares? Would I rather this be ugly and be $50 or $100 cheaper? Yes, I honestly would. A lot of people will probably be, oh, hell no, but they're full of shit, They're just saying it to argue. pretty much everybody would take it $50 or $100 less and have it be ugly. And I think they would sell more to the point a lot more Xboxes that way. And they should have done the same thing with the Xbox S. Like, it's super nice. Yeah, it's super nice. It's got the Blu-ray. It's got the this and then that. And it's a very nice form factor like this. So what? You know, the PS4 is more powerful, so people buy the PS4. If you want to sell a lot of them, you got to go cheap. So you have to just go cheap and cheap packaging, build quality on your consoles. Not build quality because you don't want them to break, but you know, not high end like Apple or something. Do what Sony's doing. They're selling, you know, they're killing it. They're selling like crazy with these ugly consoles that are cheap. You know, here's a nice console that's expensive. Now this one's fine because it has the power inside to justify the price. But like in the case, not fine, I would rather it be cheaper and ugly, as I said. But at least this one has the right ID and has the power. The Xbox One S is where it really gets silly because that one doesn't even have the power that it needs. And then on top of that, it's kind of expensive for what it is. You know, it needs to be way cheaper than the PS4 because it's way less powerful than the PS4. But anyways, so there's my rant. There's my thoughts about the Xbox One X. Have a good one.